Hi everyone, it's Emily, and today I have a very exciting package to share with you all. And that is the Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Special OLED Switch model. And this is going to be my first OLED model, and actually my first Switch console ever to have Joy-Cons. I'm upgrading from this nice teal Switch Lite that I got back in 2020. And I've been gaming on this quite extensively, but I figured it was time to finally upgrade to the nice OLED screen. So I've been waiting to upgrade to the Switch OLED model from the Lite for quite some time, patiently waiting for Nintendo to release a design from one of my favorite franchises. So I'm really happy to finally have my hands on this, and I'm gonna now do an unboxing. So thankfully there was no issues picking this up on launch day from Best Buy, as well as just ordering it. Yes, Nintendo knows how many of us wanted a Zelda themed OLED model. So this up here, and I'll definitely show some B-roll of what it looks like up close. And yeah, first we're met with a nice screen, and it's so much larger than my Lite model. Now just comparing these two side by side without the Joy-Cons on is just wild to me. It's going to be such a different playing experience. We also have the two Joy-Cons, and I was a little hesitant about the gold, green, and white motif, but I do think they look a lot better in person than they how they looked in the teaser photos. And I had a feeling this would be the case because I do have a gold styled 3DS Zelda system. So I do have the Link Between Worlds 3DS XL system. And so I'm used to gaming on like gold systems. So I didn't think this would be too abrasive on the eyes while playing. And it is virtually the same shade of gold, if just a slightly lighter, which I think I do prefer. So even though I only have a Lite system, I have used Joy-Cons before from other people's systems. And it's a different feeling for sure. So yeah, let's slide these Joy-Cons on. See how they look. That click is so satisfying. But yeah, I'm so happy to finally have this, and it is going to be an adjustment for sure playing on this. And I actually have to use a grip when playing my Lite, so I imagine that'll be the case for this OLED model. Right now I have the Zelda themed Skull & Co grip on pre-order right now, and I think it's going to just seamlessly blend in with these Joy-Cons really well. And honestly, I think it's going to enhance the design, so I'm really looking forward to those. They're supposed to release around when Tears of the Kingdom comes out, so mid-May. And what's nice about those is that they're not too expensive. I think I paid around or under $25, including shipping. And they also allow you to still dock the OLED model, so you don't have to remove the case or the grip in order to use that feature. So I'm really looking forward to testing that out. I'm also considering pre-ordering the Satisfy Tears of the Kingdom grip that they also recently put on pre-order. I think it's not coming out until June. I've been thinking of making a video comparing all the Tears of the Kingdom themed grips, as well as the new Hori split pads that are right now on pre-order on Amazon Japan. Those unfortunately aren't coming until August, which is unfortunate, but I think it'll be interesting to kind of compare all these different OLED model accessories that are Tears of the Kingdom themed. Mostly for my own benefit because I've never used these accessories before, and so I think it'll be fun to kind of test the waters to see what I vibe with the most. Now under here is the dock and all the cords. And the dock is wrapped in bubble wrap. And she is a beauty. I do like how the white and gold really, I think, complement each other in this design. And kind of both how some of the more grayed out features of the design is a bit more subtle in contrast to just how stunning the gold looks against this pure white color. And you have to extend a little bit to the back as well. And then we also have these guys that fit on the Joy-Cons in dock mode. Though honestly, I'm mostly going to be playing in handheld mode, which is typically my preferred choice when playing Switch games. And just like I think in all the other base and OLED models, we have this accessory, as well as all of the various charging cables and cords. Now the moment of truth. Let's see how this looks powered on. Wow, yeah, this screen is humongous. Also really loud. And yeah, this is gonna, I think, really bring new life to some of the games I've already played. I'm really looking forward to see how my other games play on this, especially some of the more open world games like Xenoblade, and as well as, of course, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom when it comes out in a couple of weeks. It's gonna be very exciting times. So I'm back after doing a little side-by-side comparison of my Lite and my OLED. And as you can see, I tested out Atelier Ryza 3 because I thought that would be the perfect game to kind of just see how different the colors are between the LED screen and the OLED screen, as well as how different the size of the text is. Because right now this game is pretty notorious for having extremely tiny text that is very difficult to read. And so I'm happy to report that the colors are just so much more vivid on the OLED screen. I'm sure many of you who already own an OLED screen knows this. And I'm really happy with the size of the font. It's actually readable. When I was playing it on my Switch Lite here, I kind of had to squint a little bit or hold it up a little bit closer than usual in order to read it. And this game is entirely in Japanese. There's no English dub. So the text size certainly does matter here. And yeah, so far I just love how crisp everything looks, and honestly, this is just gonna be so much fun to play. I also booted up a little bit Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and just opened up the opening cutscene because I haven't transferred my data yet. And it was stunning. I'm just so happy to finally have this in my hands now and get to experience these games on a larger and better screen. Another huge difference when it comes to playing on the Lite model versus the OLED is the gyro controls and just the kind of that feedback. I never actually experienced the regular Switch in handheld mode. I only played it docked. So it came as a surprise when I was playing in the opening cutscene for Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and I was just really surprised with the vibrations whenever something explodes or you engage in combat. It was really neat. So I think it's gonna have a different spin to the gaming experience that I'm really looking forward to. So those who may still be on the fence about whether or not they need to upgrade to an OLED model, or in this case, the Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Special Edition OLED model, I do very much recommend it for those who are looking for a better handheld gaming experience especially. I think it's a no-brainer to upgrade from the Lite to the OLED. If you have the regular Switch, I think there are probably fewer incentives in order to upgrade, especially if you play mostly in docked mode. But if you are a big handheld gamer, I would argue that this is probably a better screen overall, and it is slightly larger than the regular Switch model from my understanding, and I think it just has an overall better handheld gaming experience. So I hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing and my short gushing about the OLED Switch model. I'm really happy that I waited to get a special edition of the OLED model from a franchise I really adore, and the coloring is honestly not as bad as some of the promotional photos made it out to be. And I think once those special grips arrive, it's going to make this feel and look a lot better. And I'm excited especially for the Skull & Co. one because they do have a little D-pad cover for the left Joy-Con, and I do miss how in the Switch Lite there is a D-pad. So I hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing. Let me know if you also picked up the Switch OLED model, either this Zelda model or some other variant. And if you also noticed the substantial difference between upgrading from, say, the Lite or even the regular Switch model to the OLED. I find it pretty remarkable and really looking forward to finally playing on it. But yeah, that's all for me today, and until my next video, bye guys.